Hey, welcome to our episode of Chadz Beer Reviews. Doing a beer that, when I saw the name of this beer, I absolutely had to have it. Might be the longest name for a beer I've ever seen. This is called 1,000 Tiny Michael Jackson's Break Dancing in Your Mouth, Abbey Style Blonde Ale from Buried Acorn Brewing out of Syracuse, New York. Get it into the glass, and wow, that pours to a big foamy head, kind of like Double. But it is not a golden strong ale. They're calling it a Belgian blonde, which is slightly similar, slightly different. In that void between like amber and gold, it's got a bit of a cloudiness to it, and a lot of that foam really dissipated. I think it's kind of like those coarse soap suds. Yeah, okay. I think this might be a little wild. It has that kind of pineapple Brett kind of quality to it. Definitely a Belgian-y character for sure. Do not get spice. No, this smells more fruity, almost like peach. It's almost like apple juice. Has a sweet kind of aroma to it. I'm not sure if this is wild. I mean, like there is like a slight kind of funk to it, but again, it's like this kind of pineapple character. So I don't know if that's like American hops that's doing that, but it doesn't. Usually when a beer is wild, like it immediately. And I guess we'll find out. Cheers. First thing I notice is that classic Brett tartness. And also kind of a pineapple character, like I said, in the aroma. Interesting flavor combinations going on here. I would call it, definitely kind of that just light, just like almost like as if it was no malted or toastiness to it at all. Just kind of a Pilsner malt vibe there. Yeah, it's interesting how a beer can be like both fruity and dry at the same time. So I am getting like fruity flavors on here. Like I said, almost like peach, pineapple, almost like the flavor of apple juice, but without the sweetness. Oddly enough, for like a Belgian beer, I would not call it banana. So just clean, grainy malt on here. No toast. No caramel. I mean, maybe you call it biscuity. And it is quite spicy. I'm not sure if that's the phenols or the hops. Let me get the rest of this in here. It could even be like from the fooders. I noticed like you tend to get a bit of a peppery character off of like pretty much anything that's wood aged. So, kind of like these fruity flavors up front, plus that Pilsner malt, the Brett tartness. It's weird. Like I said, it's weird because like it's like as the BJCP would say, the impression of sweetness like up front, and then that Brett hits you and like it just dries out, evaporates completely. It's like no residual sweetness or maltiness on my tongue here. Yeah, and then I do notice like a bit of a peppery, spicy kind of thing, almost like rye. I'm not sure if they put actual spices in this, and it's Buried Acorn. It's one of those weird brewery websites, but they don't even have like their beers on their website. I don't get that at all. And like the can description doesn't help at all. I will say it feels much stronger. It says it's 6.4 ABV. But to me, this drink's almost like as it's like 7-8%. Mouthfeel is on the lighter side. Probably put it. Well, it's more than light, but yeah. So I put it medium light, but also high carbonation. Yeah. So this is. It's a good beer, and it's like okay for the style, and if it is wild, the Brett character on it is very, very subtle. So I would not consider this like if I was judging this to a spec. It would not be good to enter this as a American wild ale or anything like that. Certainly not the Belgian sours. Yeah. So as a Belgian blonde, it's okay. I would like to like kind of like. In fact, actually, I think for the next Tuesday night beer school, I'm gonna do this against 𝓑𝓻 and maybe one or two other Belgian blondes, and we'll see how it stacks up. But so we're just going straight up personal preference on this one. It's okay. I think I would probably go think I might go 3.75. I don't think I could go 4 or higher. It's I think it's like just way too dry. Usually this style tends to be like, like I do like the fruity character on it, but it doesn't. Most beers of the style, as far as I remember, do not finish like this bone dry. Maybe like I think it's whatever hops they're using might just be like a little too peppery, a little too spicy. If it is a wild beer, it's like, it either needs to be like not wild at all or like really jack that Brett character up, because it's actually kind of hard to tell. They don't mention Brett on the label at all. I'm just going by what I saw on Untappd, so I'm just going to assume there's no Brett in this. I don't know. It's okay. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go 3.75. Maybe I might even drop down to 3.5. By the way, as always, follow me on Untappd, follow me on Instagram, because sometimes I change my review by, half a point or half a star between now and then. So if you want to get the full final, judgment, follow me on either of those and you'll see the final rating. But if you just want to watch here, thanks. By the way, I got this on beerdrop.com. When I saw the name, I had to order it. I didn't even have a picture of the can. All I saw was the name. I was like, I'm getting that. That's awesome. Beerdrop.com. Link in the description below. Use my referral code. You get $10 off your first purchase. And let them know that I sent you. All right. So as always, if you watch all the way in, you know you're awesome. I will see you guys for Tuesday Night Beer School. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.